Hello, gentlemen and ladies. That's backwards, but whatever. We are here for more Kubera. I was gonna say JDs and Lentilmen like I did that one video, but I then got it backwards twice in my own head and messed up the intro as I was saying it. Oh gods, whatever. Contrary to the community post I put out, which I will have to retcon after recording this, I have in fact managed to find the time to record videos for this week. In fact, I probably could have even recorded a full suite of 7 videos for both weeks, realistically, just today, but also that would have killed me, so I'm not going to. But yeah, here we are, Kubera, one last god, read on the good old Kubari. And yeah, let's just roll, shall we? Near the Temple of Destruction, these weird blue boys. Hey, it's Agni, we haven't seen him forever. Oh, he looks so good. Don't they appear to be smaller than when they first showed up? The larger ones were alright out earlier. So those appearing now emerged afterward. They start out small, but seem to grow bigger as time passes. Ultimately, we have to keep defeating them before they grow any bigger, which would be an endless cycle. We need to find the source they emerge from. Let's wait for Surya to find a method to subdue them. Rather than just waiting, we should find something we can do. The place they're coming from seems to have unusually intact structures. So that might be where the barrier stone was located. Wait, Vayu! The primeval god, Shiva, was responsible for closing dimensional rifts in the beginning of the universe. Oh wait, this is definitely Vayu thinking this. If those beings from another dimension are appearing because this once closed off rift reopened in the absence of Shiva, it makes sense that the monsters would appear in the Temple of Destruction. Assuming they're particularly small and weak just after they cross the rift, then it'd be better to wipe them out right then and there. What's the rush, Vayu? You can't enter there. This place is situated right by Terra, so how could I not know about this temple? Hear me out before rushing off. It appears that only those monsters are capable of entering. Agni, those things also appear while you were summoned. Yes. Not this many, though. But even before this, those blue things would occasionally appear one or two at a time. Most of them simply wandered around the Temple of Destruction before disappearing. But some occasionally ventured out. While investigating to find their source, I ended up in this building. It was the most suspicious place because it led directly to the underground area, but I couldn't enter. And in the end, the area was designated as a danger zone. And the entry was restricted for the general public. The temple site wasn't sealed off at all, though. Oh, seems like Van. I'm not playing Trails, not fucking Van Ark, right? That's Ron Syroth. That's because I didn't know what effect the remaining barrier stone would have. If I tampered with it carelessly, it could cause problems. They also only appeared to be at a Upani level, so even high-ranking magicians could handle them. So even high-ranking magicians, that makes it sound like, you know, they're still pretty strong. They weren't that aggressive back then, that is. But they're different now. The amount of them pouring out and their aggressiveness. For now, let's kill the ones that come out, and wait a bit until God Surya arrives. Run! Oh no. Run! It's pretty hefty impact, Jesus Christ. She's such a ditz, but we love her. Kubera One Last God, Season 3, Episode 408, Finale 10. You did that on purpose, didn't you? Of all places, you landed on me. I just came from the other side of the planet. How can I do that on purpose? And why did you catch us? I spent my wings and all. Are you non-calculating around today? I just caught you reflexively since your familiar faces. And you're falling. How could I have time to calculate? I don't know who's saying this. I genuinely, there's no indication of who's saying this. Yeah. It's a minor pet peeve of mine in webtoons. When there's like a panel like this, where you can see multiple characters, but there's no direction of the speech bubbles, you just gotta kind of guess who's saying it based on the context of what's in the bubbles. I really wish there'd be colored text associated with the characters, obviously then when you've got as many characters as you do in Kubera. If you have two characters have the same associated color, it could get confusing, but
it's better than having no indication at all who's saying what lines. Obviously, that for most people doesn't matter because most people just read. I'm trying to voice act the chapters, so not knowing who's saying what really kind of gets under my skin. It's such a minor issue, but so many webtoons do this. So many do this. Oh well. I'm going to assume... Agni. I see. So this cave leads under the Temple of Destruction.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you how I know.
It's fine. Vayu and I understand that much. Anyway, as you've become quite capable of using Ananta's power. You've definitely gone stronger than before.
You must have heard the news while I was traveling to and from Helmet. God Agni, did you know that I held that kind of power? Come to think of it, you seem to know something about my future for a long time now. I wondered, it's a little different from the future I expected. So what if it's a little different? She's this strong now.
Oh, that was definitely Agni saying that. I should have been able to know that was Agni because it's got the little cutout, which implies it's not the same flow of dialogue.
Lisa's even capable of stopping time.
Wow, really? Can you do it right now?
No, not right now. And I saw it. You jealous? I'm suffocating.
She's so fucking stupid. She's so stupid.
Should I tell you what else you missed out on? Lisa even met my father. He entrusted her with an important mission, and she acknowledged her as his daughter-in-law.
Embellished. Liz, you're marrying Yuta?
What in the world did she say? What in the world did she say for him to reach that conclusion?
Embellished. Hilarious. Was what I saw a more distant future? You probably don't have much more lifespan left. So how could that happen in your current state? Compared to the future I saw, you seem happier. There are much more people at your side right now. I hope my insight is wrong instead.
What insight?
Someone who wants Lisa to die has no need to know.
No, what are you talking about? That was just the situation back then. I didn't say that with any bad intent.
You're hiding a lot from me, aren't you? I recently succeeded in getting insight into Pingara, and it seems the entity blocking my insight was Brahma. So, all of a sudden, immense information I hadn't known about previously began to pour in. For example, the bet made on the names Ananta and Kubera. Many gods helped to raise the stakes by mass-producing human Kuberas. I was the only one who didn't know. Well, I don't know if that was for the good of the universe or what. But it's all in the past now. We should at least try to clear things up. I just hope there aren't any bigger secrets yet. There's a distinct melancholy behind that smile.
From this point on, the cave gets much narrower.
We'll go on ahead. Follow us at your own pace.
Wait, God Agni! Can't we just destroy the cave as we go?
He's already gone.
What gives? If I want to get through here without breaking anything, I'm basically gonna have to crawl. God Kubera passed through here in child form while I was crawling. I wonder if it's because he didn't have an ability to transform into an elemental state like Agni or Vayu.
Maybe that is his elemental state, his child form.
Ron? I also crawled through here last time I was here. Oh, so we can't just break through? Figures.
Really? Then there's no other way, huh? We'll have to crawl in single file. Liz, since you've been here before, you should go first.
What, you're gonna crawl behind and get a full view of Sis-in-law's butt?
Wow, only you could think of something like that. Get your head out of the gutter. In the end, Ron took the lead. We're there. Just as Lee said, there's a huge open space. Oh?
What? What is it? Why are you startled?
Is it different to when she was here before? Oh, God, that's criminal.
I'm not doing this because I'm curious. If I wanted to follow Maruna to Willow, I had to use Crescent Gate anyway, so... Your nervous expression is evident. Right, this place isn't one you would have fond memories of, exactly. It's fine. I was just unfortunate back then. You were unfortunate. In the midst of Taraka running berserk, you escaped without dying. Now that we're here, tell me, who is the current king? I heard that once the king is appointed, it's difficult to replace them due to the high resurrection ability. And that's right.
That's why Kalavinka and Vibhuti attacked. They attempted to create a weak king who would have been powerless to do anything. But they failed. The Taraka who became king is not weak. And if a replacement is required, just like the previous Taraka, Godhava can be made use of. Godhava can be made use of? Who in the world...
What do you mean not weak? Surely. I mean, we kind of saw that coming, right? Like, I feel like I remember discussing this possibly, that of Shakuntala becoming king, because she was been built up as being really weak, like when Lise was in the abyss, and right, and was killing a bunch of Taraka. Oh god, but she looks different if that is Shakuntala, but that's who I assume it is because of the green.
Who in the world? She was originally a 4th stage, but luckily there was someone who helped her develop. Wait, that appearance. It can't be.
She looks so much like her mother. Like, she looks so much like her mother. Oh my god. Wow. Also, she's now at 5th stage. Oh, sweet god, 5th stage Shakuntala. Oh god, no wonder she's not considered weak anymore. Oh my god, do you think she became king as a 4th stage when she was like the only one left and really weak, and then developed, probably because of Asha or Lise, one of the two. Oh god. Okay, Korrigam's blog. Season 3, episode 408, finale 10. Bizarre and grotesque. They remind me of, if any of you play Trails, Ishmelga. But that's a massive spoiler, so don't Google that if you ever have any interest in playing Trails, which I highly, highly recommend you do. Play the Trails franchise, trust me, it's so worth it. Start with the Sky remakes, and then don't skip Sky 3rd, and then go back to Crossbow games, which I know are old, but do it, and then Cold Steel, and eventually you'll hit Daybreak, and then you'll play Horizon. Oh my god! Trust me, play the Trails games. Anyhow. That's me preaching Trails for the month. Yeah, it will, because it'll be the end of March. I've got to do it. I'm going to preach Trails every month. In the novel, they weren't supposed to be blue, but rather had skin similar to humans. Ugh. However, the visuals in this comic were too violent, so they end up similarly blue-skinned, though I thought you might think I made them so weird because I wanted to write a horror story instead, lol. Why is he wearing a turtleneck? Agni usually goes topless when in fire simulation. As for Vayu and Chandra, well, they're slim, aren't they? I know if it's just me, but seeing a slim man topless feels a bit pitiful. Pitiful? That's funny. That's really funny. I mean, they are, so they probably should be clothed, right? But can't they just adjust their own physical appearance? Right? Surely Vayu and Chandra could just make themselves more muscular, or they just got to hit the gym. I mean, I'd recommend them hit the gym. It's great. Someone that is relatively quite slim, like myself. I have a slim build, but I am. If you check my Twitter, every now and then I post the gym progress pics, and I'm looking nice. I'm looking nice. Although we're 2 weeks off because I'm in Japan, we're going to lose a bit of progress, but yeah. Go to the gym. Highly recommend it. Anyhow. Those characters just don't enjoy taking off their tops. Yeah, let's go with that. Funny. Agni, she looks happy. Lise. This is my favourite scene in this episode. As the story progresses, sometimes I feel a bit uneasy and want to draw only silly jokes and light-hearted episodes. Oh, but if I keep doing this with a story and it takes up a whole week, it'll be a mess. And with the amount of required cookies going up, it becomes even more difficult to do that. It's always been like that before, but even more so now. I have to show progress that's worth the weekly cookies with a sense of responsibility. Trying my best to look cool. Oh, curry. Although, I can't lie, I have a feeling if you did, like, just one chapter every now and then that was pure, like, just wholesome, sweet comedy moments, nobody would complain. I mean, no, people would, because people complain anyway, but there's always going to be people that complain, so ignore those people, they're fucking stupid. But I wouldn't complain, and I'm sure that the people watching this video wouldn't complain. It's absolute cinema, Corrigan. That's what this poses. I do this pose not as the absolute cinema, right? But I just saying.
hands up in the air, just saying. Right, but this is the absolute cinema. This is just saying. What am I on about? Also, I've just got to point out, some of you don't know the penguin meme. Google depressed penguin. Google the depressed penguin. I'm pretty sure it'll come up. Although some people say depressed, there's a couple of ways you can interpret the penguin. I'm going to explain the meme, which will kill the joke. But basically, there's a herd. Is that the group of penguins? I don't know. A group of penguins in like the Arctic, and all of them are going like off to the ocean to go like gather fish and stuff. And there's one penguin that's just looking off at the mountains. If you go back to chapters when I mentioned the penguin meme, 2 videos, you'll understand why I said the penguin meme at that moment with Kalavinka. That's just looking off at the mountains. And while all the other penguins are going off to gather food, this one penguin just stares off the mountains and walks. Just walks off into the mountains. And some people interpret that as the penguin's depressed and he's walking off the mountains to die because, well, obviously a penguin can't survive in the mountains. Also, he's going the opposite direction to food. But there's also he's breaking free from the shackles of conformity of society. And he's going on an adventure to discover himself. On a grand adventure, he is walking off. He's being freed. And there's a lot of different interpretations of the depressed penguin. I don't like the depressed one. I think it's a bit boring and nihilistic to say, yeah, the penguin's depressed, he's going off into the mountains to die. I think it's more fun and hopeful. And you should be fun and hopeful in life because it's short and miserable enough as it is. So inject some positivity, which I try and do with these videos. I hope you do find that the case. But yeah, that's the penguin. Go look up the depressed penguin. It's from like a National Geographic thing, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, just go check it out. Anyhow, you soldier boy. You were wondering if her skin tone had changed to be more human-like. But that's not the case. The light around her is just too red, so her skin tone looks like that. Yeah, you can see it's got a little bit. It's not really human, but yeah, it's the light. Yeah. Anyhow. Holy mother of God. Right, well, I hope you've all enjoyed. Leave a like on the notification bell, usual stuff. I'm trying to natter more in these videos than I have been. Tell me if you think that's a good thing or not, because I like nattering. I do like yapping a bit, and I feel like I haven't been doing that as much recently as I used to, and I feel like it's better if I do, because it's more personality, it's more fun, the stuff for you guys to engage with. Maybe I should get some, like, bullet points up on my phone's on my bed behind me. Maybe I should get some bullet points on my phone, and just, every now and then, just natter about stuff in the videos. That could be fun. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Have just a bit of every now and then when I just natter in the middle of the reactions. That could be fun. Or at the end like this. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like and sub because you will. Usually stuff 20,000 subs by June of this year. So if you do something to do, that'd be greatly appreciated. Obviously, the subs, comments, notification bell, all the paid bollocks, patrons, channel members, hypes, super chats, super thanks, all that nonsense. Do it at your own discretion. But the free stuff you should do without thinking. You just hit the like button, comment, share the video, subscribe, notification bell. Those 5 things cost you nothing. Just 30 seconds to do all of that. Maybe I should get Reddit and just start. No, because I think Reddit gets angry. The Reddit mods get angry at you if you self-promo, so I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed all the time for the video. Ta-ta for now.